The chances of success when you're starting a business are so slim. I actually think one of the reasons is because we set ourselves up for failure. I'm going to give you an insight into how I think you can set yourselves up for success when you start your business. So I wanted to give my 2 cents in terms of how you get started in business, because a lot of people, like I actually, one part of work that I love is a lot of people with an idea, or a lot of the people just getting started, come in and have a chat. And the one kind of trend I notice is that most of the people, when they're talking about their business, they're talking about how the business might be 4 or 5 years down the line. And that's a big business. It's pretty complicated. It's hard to actually almost see how the hell you could almost begin it, or what it is, because it's so many things. We're a service and we provide this, and this. My advice to them always is, rather than thinking about how the business is going to be 4 or 5 years down the line, or how the business is ultimately going to be, I say, well, look, how about you think about it in its smallest fashion? What is the easiest way to get this up and running? What is the simplest way that you can start this business and start building a little bit of momentum? And so what we do is we break the business down into stages. So like, this is what we're going to do in the first 3 months. And it's really accessible, really easy steps. Then once we've achieved that level of foundation, this is what we're going to do over the following 6 months. And this is what we're going to do then over the following 9 months, and then over the following year. And what that allows, I suppose, an entrepreneur do if they have an idea, is it gives them a very accessible starting point. And it gives them, I suppose, it gives them really confines to say, okay, yeah, I might want this, but that's not right for starting off. This is something I'll do down the line and add on. So like, for example's sake, with Leading Social, our core expertise is managing brands, businesses, personalities, social media presences. And so stage 1 for us was literally just nailing that service on behalf of clients. And we've been working literally 2 years to get that to a really rock solid point. Now, when I started the business, I knew I really wanted us as a business also to host boot camps, to host these events where people could come to for a day and get a really strong grasp of social media as a whole, our specific areas in social media. And as much as I wanted to do that, I knew that if I started that in the initial sense, it would hinder our focus in terms of nailing just that social media management service. It would also kind of complicate how we present our business. People would go, well, one second, do you do social media for people, or do you teach social media? What do you do? So I think when it comes to building a business, there's certain stages. So that's something that we're actually going to look at launching next month. And it's on top of the kind of the core service, which is this, as I said, monthly management. And we're only doing it now because we feel we're on top of the operations to this. And the only way we're doing that is we're building a new team around that whole opportunity. So stage 1 was get the core foundational service of the business nailed. Stage 2, an add-on on top, but wholly and totally independently done of this. And then the next phase and the next phase as we build our business up and out. But when you sometimes meet, like, people putting their plans together for the business, from the very get-go, they're like, we're going to do this, 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 we're going to do that, and we're going to do the next. And it just becomes so impossible to get anything done because they're so bloody spread across so many different things. And you know yourself, when you're spread too thin, you can't give any one given thing your best. And so you end up kind of falling over yourself or tripping over. And I think that's what a lot of people do. And so it hinders their opportunity for success. So my advice to any entrepreneur, if they're in the middle of planning the business, or hell, if they've even started, is to really shrink down what it is that they're doing so that they can just nail 1 or 2 key parts to the business. And as I said, get that nailed. And once that's nailed, and once that's built, and once you're on top of that, then do the next thing. And then do the next thing. And if somebody presents a really good idea, don't go, oh, that's a brilliant idea, I'll jump into that. But go, okay, that's good. That would make sense for us to do that 6 months down the line, or 9 months down the line, in stage 3, or stage 4, or stage 5 of development. So don't, like, when you get all these ideas, it's not some kind of race to jump straight into it. It's actually much, much nicer when you have kind of these various stages or this timeline. And when somebody gives you something or you get an idea, you can go, okay, that's brilliant. I'm going to do that in stage 3. That's in 6 months' time. That's once I achieve this, and this for where I am right now. And it's really, I think, motivating, and it's really exciting as an entrepreneur, because you have these things that you want to do, but you know you have to overcome certain things that are immediately in front of you before you can get stuck into that. So it helps drive you forward, it helps keep you focused, it helps keep you motivated, but the most important thing is it allows you actually get on top of what's in front of you. And so your business actually progresses, as I said, against spreading yourself way too thin and all over the place, so you just get literally knocked over because you take on way too much. So anyway, a little bit preachy, but that's completely from my perspective, in my opinion, just based on experience I've had. I've done the thing where I've taken on loads all at once and thought I was fantastic building this massive kind of business, and then, as I said, got completely bowled over because I was stretched too thin. And actually with Leading Social, what's been a massive, massive success for us is that we've stayed laser focused in terms of we are just doing social media management on behalf of clients on monthly retained service basis. And it's brilliant. We were able to build a whole model around it. We were able to get really on top of the service. We were able to specialize in that. And then now, as I said, it opens up a whole load of opportunities that will come much, much easier because that foundation is there in place. So I hope that's of value to you. Hope it's not ruining what you're in the middle of. But if you are in the middle of something, I think refining things, tightening it up, and putting a timeline to what you want to do will really, really improve your chances of success.